coaches, healers, and creatives. How much money are you leaving on the table? CoachOS is the world's leading all-in-one software that automates your business, scales your income, and replaces all your other softwares for a fraction of the cost. Grab your free trial now at the link in the show notes.
Hey, this is Annie Veblen McCarty, and I'm going to teach you how to be effortlessly productive. I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years, and I got sick and tired of experts preaching what business and life should look like and what I should be doing as a leader and to turn a profit, only to find myself wasting time, burned out, feeling inauthentic, and still not making any money. On this show, we are ditching the shoulds. I'm giving you permission to do business differently. As a certified master coach, I believe that everything you need to have success and build the life and business of your dreams is already living on the inside. I'm going to empower you to lean into what you do best, help you see your path forward clearly, and give you the strategy and action steps along the way to become effortlessly productive. Let's dive in.
Welcome to today's episode of Effortlessly Productive. Today, we are diving into talking about scaling our business. And we are going to be focusing specifically on something that I have heard so many people say, that they think that they don't need to scale their business because they are happy with the revenue they're at or the amount of revenue that they want to make ends meet in their business and just to be comfortable, to be content. It doesn't take that many clients to work with. And I do love people really leaning into what they want and what their goals are. However, I often find that this belief is actually coming from more of a place of scarcity. This is maybe not the most empowering belief. And that's what we're going to dive into a little bit deeper today. When I dig into this as a coach, I often find that people have set these smaller goals for themselves and have talked themselves into being content and being happy and just being okay with staying at a certain level of revenue in their business because going to that next level feels really scary. And maybe you are in a situation where the income you're making with your business, you're good. And that's amazing to be good. In fact, I want you to take a second to congratulate yourself and celebrate yourself and be so proud of what you have achieved, because there are so many entrepreneurs and business owners out there who do not achieve that place of being good with their income, being good with the revenue they are bringing in. So if you are in that place, let's just first of all take a second to give you a huge shout out and celebrate you right now. However, maybe you're listening to this and you're like, well, that isn't me. I am not at the place where I am comfortable with the amount of income and revenue I am making in order to make ends meet, in order to support my family, in order to achieve these goals that we have in our life, whatever they are. I do need a little bit more revenue or income, or maybe a lot more income. And that is totally okay too. But most of us have taken the time. And if you've not done this, I highly recommend doing this. Take a look at the offers that you have or the offers that you want to create and launch. Maybe you're just kind of looking at it more like your containers that you have, and you haven't maybe flesh those out yet. You don't know exactly what's going to go into them, but you know, for example, maybe you want to offer a high ticket one-on-one package and maybe a group program or a membership. So we kind of have a price idea on those, a range, and we can actually break that down and be like, okay, in order to achieve the income or the revenue goal that I have, I would need this many high ticket clients and this many people in my membership or in a lower ticket offer. And that is a great place to be. That's a great number to have in mind. And maybe you're looking at that number and you're like, okay, but I don't need to scale my business in order to reach that number. And I think that's for most of us. Like, we probably could be relatively comfortable in our business without having to do massive scaling. However, maybe you're somebody who has these huge goals and you're like, no. I know that I need to scale. And that's another take on this whole thing, right? Where you're like, I know that I need to scale. But today I want to focus on the idea. We're going to have a little bit of a perspective shift here, because even though maybe we could be comfortable, we could make ends meet, we could bring in the income that is going to be good for our goals and for our family without really doing too much scaling in our business. Remember, business is not all about revenue. It's not all about the money that we are making. Yes, that is a very important part of business. That's a very important thing to take into consideration. I want you to have these financial goals. I want you to get to a place where you are comfortable and that all of your financial dreams are coming true. But again, like I said at the beginning, we often end up convincing ourselves to play a little bit smaller because we can hit that income level and just be good. But I want you to think about your business, not through the lens of income for a minute, not through the lens of revenue. I want you to think about why you are doing this. And as a soul-led entrepreneur, whether you are a creative, whether you are a coach, whether you are in the spiritual coaching realm, whether you work with business owners, entrepreneurs, no matter what you do, you are here because you are a visionary. You are a healer. You have this greater purpose on your heart and in your soul that is driving you. And I know that because I am you. I know that pull that you get, that excitement that fills you up when you think about all these lives that you are changing, about all these people that you get to help each and every day. You have such a huge mission. It's not just a mission. It is a movement. If you start to think about, envision, and dream the impact that you want to make on this world, my guess is that is something huge. And it doesn't necessarily have to be huge in numbers, but it is huge in impact. It is huge in the depths of your soul and the depths of so many souls that you are going to touch and you are going to help and you are going to serve. And so when we start to keep in mind about this impact, all of a sudden things shift, right? Yes, we might always want like a little more income, but we will get to a place in our business where we are comfortable. There is that income level where you are comfortable, you are good, you have all of your bills paid for, and maybe you could have a little bit extra to go play. But when we start to think about the impact, that is an area I find that especially you, my friend, especially you, that soul-led entrepreneur, you want to make as big of an impact as you possibly can, as deep of an impact as you possibly can. And so this perspective shift I'd like to offer you is that scaling is not just about your income. It's not just about your business revenue. It is about the lives that you are reaching and the lives that you are touching. There are so many people out there in this world who need you. You are literally that hope and that light that they have been looking for. And by you starting to scale your business, that means that you get to reach more women. When we play small, we reach small. When we play big and scale, we reach big. This is about your movement. This is about your impact. This is about your legacy that you are leaving for the world. So scaling is about so much more than that money, right? Scaling is about so much more than the money. It's about reaching these people who are all over the world, who literally are waiting for your light and waiting for your hope and waiting for your healing or your creativity or your beauty or your coaching. They're waiting for your support. When we are able to reach more, we are able to spread our message further. We are able to spread our message to more people who want to hear it and who need to hear it. And when we spread our message further and we are able to work with more people, when we have that bigger impact, that is when we start to create real change in the world, real massive change. And as a collective, imagine if every single one of us went into business with a perspective and went into each and every day saying, how many lives can I impact and how can I impact them in the deepest way possible? If each and every one of us did that and took that approach to our business, imagine the change that we could affect in the world. So when you start to think about scaling, because now we're going to bring this back, this might require some tech knowledge that you don't have. It might require some energy put into these scaling and building techniques and business systems that is maybe not your wheelhouse. And I would encourage you, if you're like, this is not at all my wheelhouse, go find somebody who can help you and support you. Go find somebody who can do it for you or do it with you. I love to do things with people. I love to help people build these business systems and these automations and these ways to scale their business, because not only are they getting to learn how to do it, they're getting my support along the way. So I walk them through how to do these things, and then they are empowered and they know how to do it in the future. Or if they decide that they're going to hire somebody to do it, they know exactly what is to be done. And that way they can hire the very best person for that job, so that what comes out of it is so beautiful and so perfect and so supportive of their business. When we can start to think about this impact and affecting this real huge change across the world, we're going to lean into this. We're going to lean into this. And when these fears and these worries and these doubts and maybe insecurities, when things come up with our business where we're like, I don't quite know how to do that, or I'm not sure how to support that many people in my business, when we can remember that impact that we're having, we will find the answer. We will start asking ourselves more powerful questions like, how could I support more clients? What are all the ways that I could support more clients in my business? What are all the ways that I could have my message spread to more people? What are all the ways that I can create more of an impact and more of this real, lasting, impactful, soul level change across the planet? So take this with you, lean into scaling. Ask yourself, who do I know or who do I need to meet that can help me with all of this? And let's go. Let's go make some real change happen on this planet. Let's go spread that hope and spread our light, because people now need us more than ever. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I can't wait to catch you on the next episode of Effortlessly Productive. Let's go do this. Have a fantastic, magical day, my friend.